Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Hearth Talks. So today we're going to do something a little different. Today we're calling Tea Time with Diane. I am going to answer some questions that people have asked. It's not like I have tons of people that are putting them in comments, but I've been out quite a bit and I've been explaining what I'm doing. They are similar questions keep coming up. So I'm also using this as a way to try to get a little more comfortable just speaking to you from the heart and maybe a little peek at my script, my notes. It's not like a full written out script, but anyway, let's get started. And just so you know, I was thinking once a month I might do these, maybe once every other. I'll do it when I just sort of have a bunch of questions sort of put together, that people have asked. And if you have any question you'd like to know, please feel free. And it can be about the technical side of what I'm doing, about the books I'm writing. It can be about the meaning of life. I don't know. You choose. I'll try to answer it. So, and you might know some of this if you've watched the other videos, but hey, I'm sure some people, this is their first time here. So question number 1, what exactly is Hearth? I explain it. Obviously, I'm not doing it good enough, so I do get that question quite a bit. So Hearth, overall, Hearth is a brand. It comprises different things. Right now, I'm starting off, because there's different parts to it. I'm starting off with this YouTube show, with a Substack. So when I release the videos on YouTube, I'm also releasing a Substack article with an article based around the script in the video. Then I'm also embedding the video in there. And I'm hoping a way to get more people exposed to this. I'm also doing pop-ups. The first one is called Women Writers in the Wild. That's a question below, so I'll get into that in a second. So Hearth is the YouTube show, pop-ups, a multi-day event. So I'm looking at a 300-person 3-day event in a couple years. That's once there's an audience. The bigger vision is to include a festival, promotional experiences. I really want to do a cross-country bus tour. I did one in 2007 or 8, and I'd love to be able to do it again. I'm such a different person now. But I also down the road would love to do a festival, and I want a private membership club for creatives that's based on fun, how fun you are and how creative you are, not on how much money you have. So, and that it will also act as a retreat center. So that's like the overall arch of Hearth. Now, Hearth is geared toward women that are 35 plus who are looking for connection, purpose, and personal growth through creative expression. And that includes like writing and art and pottery and those traditional, creative outlets. But it's also how you express yourself. I mean, entrepreneurs to me are artists. They're creative. Gardeners are artists. Chefs are artists. So it includes people who have an ember and they want to stoke that ember and turn it to a spark and then have that spark light to the fire of their passion. So another question I get, why are you doing it? I believe we all have something to contribute while we're here on the planet. And I've had a lot of experiences, good and bad. And I am fortunate that I have used everything to grow. I have a very strong spiritual, spirituality is in my DNA. Like, I don't want to say even a path, but I have a spiritual essence that's important to me. And I believe we all have something we can give, and that one of the purposes of life is to be of service, and not that we have to give everything away, but I'm hoping I can use what I've learned and what I've done to be able to help others. And not that anyone can stop someone from going through certain things, but to hopefully help soften the edges of what might happen in life. And I do believe a very big part of that is community. I I have felt community-less for a long time personally, and I know what it's like. So I think I want to do Hearth because just in my bones, it just feels right. I hope that makes sense. So, what is Hearth Talks about? Like I just mentioned, Hearth Talks, it's going to be videos. Well, this is a little atypical video, but it'll be videos of me explaining topics, like meditation, spirituality, things that I think are very important for one to get some experience in and to sort of dabble in research in order to be able to go inside and to figure out what it is that you really want and to unblock what needs to be unblocked to go and to get it. So the hope is to also help women lose fears, to gain courage, to jump into a passion they've always wanted, but perhaps were too afraid to. And to do everything with like fun, lightness, and joy. I mean, I truly believe don't ever knock play. I think that play is creativity. I think that we can laugh or we can cry. And I actually think that you can learn more through the laughter, though the tears are always going to come. But it's about understanding that there will be pain in life, but we can step through it and come out of it stronger and lighter, and then more able to help others. That makes sense. So things are fluid. I do have, I don't think I wrote it down anywhere, but I do have, like, I'm thinking of the first Tuesday, videos will be released on Tuesdays. The first Tuesday will be at some point interviews with other people. Second Tuesday will be a talking head video. Third Tuesday, I think, is indie publishing. Fourth Tuesday, another talking head. No, fourth Tuesday will be this Q&A or talking head. If there is a fifth, it'll be an interview or a talking head. Don't worry about remembering that. It's not important. And I don't know why I'm staring down here, not at you. Sorry. Do you have to be over 35 to be part of Hearth? No. I just don't believe people under 35 will really be that interested, but everybody's welcome. I'm not trying to disinclude. I'm trying to help you, the audience, self-select, but to understand, does a 20-year-old want to hear about menopause or career loss, being pushed out of your career, and I have experiences in both, and they will be delved into. So maybe some stuff can help. And I don't, you could be, 18 and join. I don't care. I just don't know if it's going to be of interest, like really of interest. So I will let you self-select. Part of it is for the algorithm. I want to get to as many people. I also know that at age 35, and this is why I chose 35 and up. Age 35 was when the first time everything just fell apart for me. And I thought that my life would be perfect in that whole glass house I had built and that dream that we've been made to believe. I realized that it was actually a nightmare and it was not what I was told it was going to be. And that was when I really started questioning life and really saw that the patriarchy is real, that I have as much talent as X other people, but they're getting ahead for whatever reason. That doesn't mean I'm a bad person, but I was made to feel that it is, yada, yada. I was raised to believe everything's about material success, and that's bullshit. Material success is going in the wrong direction. I went to India once. I joked around. I would never go to India. I have a lot of anxiety, food stuff, whatever. But I would never go unless I got invited to a private teaching by the Dalai Lama. Well, watch what you ask for or what you say, because I got invited to a private teaching by the Dalai Lama. So I went to India for a couple of weeks, and I was in Delhi. And I spent a day going around. I met this, I forgot, he wasn't a shaman. Anyway, he was a cab driver. And for like $10, he took me around for the whole day, but he took me to his brother's or uncle's shop. And I can't believe I did this. So I'm in this cab and we're driving, like we're off the highway. and we're under an overpass, and there's literally had to be 6-story high mound of trash. Not just a mound, it was a mountain. Like, it was a mountain of trash. And on the way out, I looked out the window, and these 3 children were barefoot on top of the trash heap. And they waved at me, and I waved back. And the look of pure, unadulterated joy on their face, because I had just acknowledged them, brought me to tears. I got as much of a teaching from that as I did the teachings with His Holiness, because it really showed me that the material thing, it doesn't bring happiness. It just doesn't. So, I got off on a real tangent there. Anyway, anybody's welcome. Anybody, if you find this interesting, if you have suggestions, let me know. So the next question I get is, why is Hearth women only? Anyone who identifies as a woman is absolutely welcome. I'm not even against men with feminine energy. What I don't want are alpha assholes. I don't want to be mansplained. I don't want, and not just me, I don't want to see it happen to other people. I don't want anyone to come in and to clip somebody's wings who is trying for the first time to spread them. And we live in a patriarchal system, and it's not about men. I have no issue with men. I have issue with a system that favors a certain type of person, which are white males. I'm sorry, but it's true. It's just true. And I'm sick of it. I mean, I got railroaded and basically destroyed, and it was a white male behind it. But my career that I built myself, and for what I did, I was very accomplished. I had imposter syndrome back then, but I see now, yeah, don't want that. I want to help other people find firm footing before they fly, and having people around bring them down. I'm not interested in that. So this might change, because I don't have an issue with, like I said, men with feminine energy, which are men who do think about and care. And, there are a lot of men who are aware of our patriarchy. And I'm not saying don't take advantage of it, but also, understand. I spoke with someone a couple nights ago, and, he's talking about going for a job, and he's 60, early 60s. He's around my age, and he'll get one. I won't get hired. I'm 63. And that pisses me off like you don't know. So the women, it's definitely women identifying. If there's a way to frame it so that people understand, then maybe I could change the wording. I don't think I can say alpha assholes not welcome. So if you have a way of framing that better, let me know. So what are the pop-ups? I have been to probably thousands of conferences and meetings and workshops, and they're the same. You sit in a room or an auditorium, and you listen to people talk at you. And then there's a Q&A session. I can't tell you how many panels I've been to, but by the time people stop introducing themselves, the panel's over. Like, they don't get to anything. And it's usually people just up there pushing their agenda, but not working together, not working toward a solution. I'm so not into that. I also, Dr. Bessel van der Kolk wrote The Body Keeps the Score. I highly recommend that to everybody. It is a revolutionary book. All this research is being done now, and it's to help with any type of trauma, small T, big T, whatever, but movement, dance, like it's expressive stuff is what heals people, not being talked at. And I feel that way about conferences. So I am starting with the pop-ups to see exactly what will work as a way to invite women to come together and celebrate themselves and each other. So the first one is called Women Writers in the Wild. I haven't set a date yet. It'll be soon. Actually, I'm not sure when this is going to be published. It'll be around the time this comes out. But it could be me and one other person. But I am inviting women to go out to the desert. I have found a spot. I have a portable speaker and microphone. We're going to set it up. We are going to let, people read 3 to 5 minutes. They can read their work. We will then chat. We will snack and we will dance. I want to dance with the prairie dogs. So the pop-ups are a way to help start to see how movement and expressive modalities like speaking out, like moving your body, can help women start to unblock themselves and start to face fears and start to see like life can be fun. We can take a risk. I've told people this. I'm taking a huge risk. I have an international travel ban. I can only travel somewhere I can drive, and that I haven't been away for a year. I'm going away next week, thank goodness, because I have to say, being in New Mexico, this is so radically different from New York. I still feel like every day I'm on vacation, so that's a beautiful thing. But I have just pulled in. I'm on a budget because I want to do this, But I don't know, because, like I said, a company's not going to hire me. I got to figure out income. I don't have enough to retire on. So, and God love those people that do. A lot of people I know are retiring. I just, can't do it yet. I don't want to do it. I'm not that personality type. So, I'm taking this risk. I've jumped in. I'd love to do it with other people. I think that's how we build a better world. Hope that doesn't sound hokey, but I call myself an inner activist. I believe change comes from the inside out, and all the amazing work people are doing and have done to work on climate change and all of the serious problems facing us. I take my hat off to them. I did it for 25 years. And what I came to realize is that until we work from the inside out, work on ourselves, that this outer stuff is not ever going to change. So I think that all the advocates and activists and people working toward a healthier, more kinder, better planet, they need to keep doing what they're doing. But I think there also needs to be a lot more people like me who are specifically saying we have to heal from the inside out before we heal the world. And that's a large part of why Hearth is what it is and why I'm launching this. So I think that's enough for today. I hope you'll join me. I hope I didn't ramble too much. Now you know why I need a little teleprompter-y thing. But and I apologize if I lost track at some point along the way because I got so into what I was talking about. But thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of Hearth. I hope you will come back. Subscribe, please. I launch new videos every Tuesday. And I have to say, for those of you who are thinking about it, and maybe I will do a video on it, but I highly recommend you start your own YouTube channel. 2025 is a really, really good year because Google, which owns YouTube, is favoring new and small channels. So their algorithm is. So I'm happy to. I'm currently helping somebody start their own channel right now, but I'm happy to help people if they want to do something like this. But I do have to say, it's a lot of work, especially taking the script and turning it into a Substack article and then embedding the video in. It's just the thumbnail, et cetera, et cetera. There's a learning curve. I don't think it's that big. It took me 4 videos to get the right camera. Anyway, we will discuss that at the next Tea Time with Diane. Thank you. Be well.